more often than not, your place is right where you started. Huh? The difference comes in now finding it. You choose it out of alignment and awareness, not out of obligation. Hmm? And that is the profound truth about coming full circle in your self-awareness and life journey. Many people run away from where they started, their hometown, family, culture, community, or even your natural talents. Not because those places or identities are wrong, but because they were introduced to them through pressure, expectations, or even obligation. You didn't choose those places, you were placed in them. So you end up rejecting them. When you are young or even unconscious, life feels like a script written by someone else. This is who you should be. This is where you belong. This is what success looks like. And in that space, you don't feel at home. Not necessarily because the place is wrong, but because you didn't arrive there by choice. It was assigned. It was not aligned. So you end up running. You explore. You unlearn. You detach. And in doing so, you begin to awaken to your voice, to your values, and then finally to your truth. Then, after that, something sacred happens. You return, not in defeat, not in shame, not in compliance. You return with eyes open and your heart aligned, realizing that the place you rejected may have actually been home, but only once you could claim it for yourself. You know, it's the same place, but now it carries different meaning because you are now different, because you have grown, because now you are choosing it with clarity, not with conditioning. You know, obligation will tell you this is where I should be, or else I'll disappoint people. While alignment is this is where I want to be because it fits who I have become. You know, you may still be in the same role, relationship, city, or even the same path, but the energy is completely different. You are no longer shrinking. Huh? You are no longer performing. You are no longer imprisoned by expectations. You know, you are now rooted because you planted yourself there, not because someone buried you there. You know, sometimes the greatest transformation is not in running to something new, but in returning to what you once avoided and seeing it with new eyes. That's how you know you have healed. When the place that once felt like pressure now feels like peace. Hmm? When the role that once felt like a trap now feels like a choice. When the path that once felt forced now feels aligned. Huh? You don't need a different place. You need a different posture in the place. You might end up right where you started, but with a completely new story. Not because you were wrong to leave, but because leaving helped you become the version of you who could finally choose it from truth, not from trauma. You know, you're not returning in circles. You are returning in spirals. Higher, you are clearer and even more deeper. My people, heal. Heal.